ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਆਫ ਦ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸ਼ੋ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਬੈਥ ਇਸ਼ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਐਗਜ਼ੀਕਟਿਵ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹਨ ਸਰੀ ਹੌਸਪਿਸ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਨਾਲ। ਇਹ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਮ ਜਨਤਾ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੇ ਆ ਬੈਥ ਇਸ਼ ਤੋਂ। ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ।
Thank you.
Surrey Hospice Society, when was it established and what is its mandate?
Well, it was established 28 years ago, and its mandate is to care for terminally ill patients, so patients that have been diagnosed with 3 or less months to live. We care for them and their families. We offer grief support after the death as well.
Okay. So when you say care for those people who are whose life support is virtually at the fag end of their life, so you provide them services. What kind of services are provided?
Well, it's really just pain and symptom management at that point. So there's 20 beds at Laurel Place, and then there's 10 beds at Surrey Memorial. And we care for them and their families to guide them through the process of dying and leaving this earth as gently and as carefully as we possibly can. So really that's what the goal is. And then after, we keep in contact with the family and make sure that they're coping okay with losing the loved one.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a long process.
Okay. So Surrey Memorial Hospital is there, and you talked about the Laurel Place also. So aren't the services being provided by the Surrey Memorial Hospital for these kind of when this kind of use is to be there?
Yes, it's sort of like a joint partnership with the Fraser Health Society.
Right.
So just to give you an idea, our annual operating budget is around $450,000 a year, and $50,000 is supported by Fraser Health. The rest of the money we raise through grants and fundraising.
Okay.
But the actual hospice care and medical care is provided at those facilities. So Surrey Hospice Society provides the volunteer support to those societies, but not the medical side.
Okay.
And then we specialize in the grief support after the event.
Okay.
Yes.
You said that majority of your money is coming from fundraising. So what kind of fundraising is done, and how do you involve the community?
Well, we have an annual gala, and we do little events here and there, but we're looking for new ideas, and because apparently galas there's lots of them.
Right.
So the competition, there's a lot of charities out there, all very, wonderful charities. But part of when we go out to do an event, it's about awareness. There's a lot of people don't even know what hospice is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
There's not much awareness about this particular society.
Right. And there's no charge for hospice care. And that's what a lot of people don't realize either, is we don't charge anything for our services.
Right.
We have professional counselors that counsel one-on-one. We have group counseling. But all of the money is raised, and we never charge our clients anything.
So what kind of programs are there when you go to a patient who, like you talked about, is virtually having about 3 or 4 months to live? So is it just kind of providing them some religious services or some psychological services? What kind of services are there?
It's sort of a gamut. It's a holistic approach in the fact that we provide social, so if they have social issues, unresolved relationship issues, financial issues, anything we can do to help. It's all about dying in peace, and that means all those pieces have to be in place. So we make sure that they have everything they need, and then the ongoing support after.
So Beth, with your experience with this particular post, being an executive director, what kind of experiences are coming forward? Like, you go and meet to the people, and that's a time when everybody is distressed, and it's a difficult moment for everyone. So if you can share some experiences, without of course any names, as to what kind of major things are coming forward, the major challenges.
Well, I don't know about challenges, but a lot of people will ask me and my colleagues, why did you choose to go into this work? It's so sad and so depressing, and how do you do it? And actually, it's an honor and a privilege for to be invited into that special time in somebody's life, you know, and their families. And when they've been coping at home for a long time with medication and trying to manage their lives with an ill person, when they come to hospice, they don't have to do any of that.
Right.
So I can't tell you how many times I've had a patient's wife or husband say, thank you. In those last times, those last weeks or months, I was able to just be, you know, her husband or just be his wife. I wasn't the pill pusher. I didn't have to do all the work. I just got to have that very, very special time.
Right.
And then after, there's a lot of people that, you know, like grief affects everybody differently. So a lot of people are really challenged with coping after. And with the rise in addiction and mental health issues, this is preventative work. It's to make sure that they have the tools they need to get through. So we'll offer programs and we offer programs for teens, for children that have lost parents, for parents that have lost children. You know, there's all the gamut, and the ages sadly are getting younger and younger, you know, the people that are dying with disease. So we have to offer all of those services and make sure we cover everything. We have Punjabi speaking counselors, so we want to make sure that the community can access us easily and we can help them. But yeah, everybody's different, and our goal is just to be there and be whatever they need.
Right.
Yeah.
So as you said, the demographics of Surrey are changing, and over here, people from all nationalities are there. Though it's not possible to have everyone speak the language which they speak, but definitely the major languages, like you talked about, Punjabi, Hindi, or other languages are spoken. So over the years, are the South Asians also using the services of this particular society?
They are, but you know, I don't feel that we've engaged with the South Asian community as much as we should have.
Right.
I'm actually new to BC, moving from Alberta.
Okay.
And so I'm learning the best things about this community, and a lot of it is the South Asian. I went to a Diwali event, and I'm going to all these things that and the worst thing that's happened is I love Indian food. So I'd never had it before I came here, and now that's all I want.
Okay.
So, but we need to get more involved for sure.
And definitely this message will go across. And like you talked about the major fundraiser, which once a year you hold, is there any specific date you hold it or any time?
We hold it in October, but we hold other events, and we are looking for some corporate sponsorship that allows us to engage with the community.
Right.
And for being such a small hospice in one of the largest cities in British Columbia, we struggle to get by every year.
Right.
We really, really struggle, and we've got to engage our community better. And being new to the community, I see a lot of opportunity, and everybody has been so kind and welcoming, you know, like yourself, like having us on this show. We would never be able to afford this exposure. What you will do for us is just amazing.
Well, you're
I can't
welcome.
thank you enough.
And Beth, if anybody wants to volunteer over here, is there any criteria for any common person who wants to come and provide services?
There actually is. There's different areas you can volunteer. We have a lot of volunteer support in the office, and then we have volunteer support at the Laurel Place and Hospital. When you're dealing with patients, you have to have training to deal with, and little, you know, what you're going to see and experience is very emotional. And it's a 33-hour training course that we provide a couple times a year for volunteers. Our volunteers, we rely on them hugely. And in fact, I did the calculations last year. If we'd have paid our volunteers minimum wage and added up their hours, they gave us back $250,000 in volunteer hours.
Great.
So we honor our volunteers.
Wonderful. So towards the end, any phone number where if anybody is interested in coming forward to support you or to be a volunteer, where they can call you?
Well, they should actually go to our website, www.surreyhospice.com, and then there's different areas that they can branch into. And I encourage people to read the website, see if it's something that is a good fit.
Right.
We get a lot of people that don't realize what they will witness and see. But I have to tell you, most of our volunteers say that the gift they received was much greater than the gift they gave.
Right.
Because it is very, very rewarding.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time and best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. सो ਅੱਜ जो ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਸਰੀ ਹੌਸਪਿਸ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਬੈਥ ਕਿਸ਼ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਐਗਜ਼ੀਕਟਿਵ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਮਰਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਘਟ ਰਹੀਆਂ, ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ 2-3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ ਮੌਤ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। $4.5 ਲੱਖ ਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਜਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਦਾ, ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ $4 ਲੱਖ ਇਹ ਫੰਡ ਰੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਅਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕਿ ਵਲੰਟੀਅਰਸ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਕਾਰਨ ਇਹ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਸ ਚਲਾਏ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਵੀ, ਜੋ ਤੇ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੇ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਵਲੰਟੀਅਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ, ਤਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਮੁੱਖ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਹ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਬੜੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਹੈ, ਹੌਸਪਿਸ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਮੈਂਡੇਟ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮਰਨ ਵਕਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਰਨ ਕਿਨਾਰੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਸਟ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਪੀਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ।